Hi there, everyone. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm Annalie with Broadway in Chicago. Today, we are chatting with Antonio King from Jersey Boys. Super exciting. So, working to get him on now. If you have any questions for him about Jersey Boys or questions for him in general, go ahead and put them in the comments. We'll get to as many as possible. And we'll get started in just a moment. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Already see a few questions coming in already. For those who are just joining us, I'm Annalie with Broadway in Chicago. Thank you so much for joining us. We are about to chat with Antonio King from Jersey Boys, and we are working to get him on now. Someone said, attended last night, and no one asked me for my popcorn and what's up with that. I'm glad you attended last night. I hope you had a great time. Thank you so much for joining us. Let's see. Okay. Hello.
What's up? How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
Good, good.
First and foremost, I have to ask, do you prefer to go by Antonio or King? I want to get this right.
So I don't mind either way, but I introduce myself as King because that's like what my family and friends call me.
Okay, perfect. King, we're so happy to have you here. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. I'm so happy to be in Chicago. I love Chicago. I'm from Indianapolis, actually. So, like, I grew up coming in and out all my life. So I'm excited to be here.
Incredible. All right, we'll get started with some rapid fire questions just to get to know you a bit, and then we'll jump in.
Okay.
All right. So, what is your go-to comfort food? Rainy day, what do you have?
Um, that's hard. Okay, I love pasta. So any type of pasta. Or my dad makes this like green bean casserole that is the bomb. I love it.
So good, so good. What is the top things on your bucket list that you really just want to do something?
Ooh, I really want to go to Greece.
Ooh,
I really want to go to Greece one day.
that's incredible. Do you like to travel a lot? I know you're on tour now, but in
I do like to travel, but like I'm kind of a baby to traveling. I've only been the furthest I've ever been is like think the Bahamas. So I need to branch out a little bit more. This tour has definitely made me want to travel more.
incredible, incredible. What is the last show that you saw that was not Jersey Boy?
Last show I saw that was not Jersey Boys. Um, oh shoot. Oh, I saw Caroline or Change in New York on Broadway, and it's one of my favorite shows, and I was spellbound. Like it was amazing. It was so good.
Noted, noted. And then to round this out, what was the first show you were ever in? It does not have to be professional.
I was 6 years old, and it was professional. Uh, and I don't even know the name of it. I think it was the Nativity Story. Like it was like a Christmas play, and I did that when I was like 6, and I've been doing this ever since.
That's incredible. All right. Well, I would love to hear more about, just like what was the moment that for you to want to become an actor for a long time? Was it that role when you were 6 years old, or was it later on?
So I grew up like heavy in the church, and I always say like the most theatrical place in the world is a black church. So I grew up in the church, heavy in the church, doing plays and stuff like that. And my mom says that I started like saying lines to the TV when I was really, really young, like around 5 or 6, basically. And she said I would like sing with Barney and I would cry as I was singing. So I came out pretty dramatic. Like I came out a musical theater actor. So I think that's when it started. But like the moment that I really decided I wanted to do this was just the movies I saw, like great representation of Black people on screen. So like seeing Brandy and Whitney Houston and Cinderella, like that was a big one. Like seeing them both in such a magical movie on, I think it was on ABC when I was little, like that solidified it for me.
Absolutely. And I would love to know specifically your love for theater, because I know from your resume you've done a little bit of movies and voiceover things as well. What specifically do you love about theater and being on a stage?
The thing I love about theater the most is that it requires you to fully be in your body, and there's no, like, I mean, when you're doing theater and when you're on stage, especially considering things we're going through now with like COVID and things like that, a lot of times we have different swings and understudies going on all the time. Thank God for our understudies and our swings because they save the day every day. You have to listen. Like you really have to be an active listener. You have to really like watch where you are. And then not only you have to listen to your acting partners, but like the audience is a character as well. So you have to listen to them and check in with them throughout the show. That's what I love most about theater is that you really have to use all of your body, all of your senses. And there's just nothing like breaking out into song. Like it's just the best.
Absolutely. All right. You touched on it, and I want to get into that more about being in Jersey Boys and the understudies and the swings who are incredible. And you went on last night in a role that you're not really in. Can you tell us a little bit about that and what
Yeah,
it's like for you?
it was amazing. So this past week, we how do I put it? We were survivors this last week. So we went through a lot of ups and downs. Our company is really, really strong. We're all super talented, and we somehow found a way to continue our shows without canceling. So we had a lot of different people playing different roles that they normally don't play. So I got to go on as Bob Crew in the show, and it was amazing. I'm the first Black actor to ever play Bob Crew in the US, which is an amazing thing. I don't know about the UK or anything, but in the US, I'm the first Black one. And the role is very different from my normal track. My normal track, I kind of pop in and out throughout the show as many, many different characters. And I have more like featured solos and I sing more. But with Bob Crew, it's all about being suave and it's all about, you know, being a little sassy and he's funny and he kind of stays the same character for most of the show. And so it took a lot of focus for me to get that track down because it's not easy, but it was so rewarding. I had an amazing time, and the audiences were amazing.
Oh, well, congratulations on that. That's an incredible feat. I would love to know more from your perspective about just from a representation standpoint. I mean, you just mentioned being the first Black actor to play in this role. Well, I'd love to hear more about the importance of representation in theater.
Yeah, I always say this. I don't know why God has made it my journey, but everywhere I go, not everywhere. Let me not say everywhere, but a lot of places I go, I tend to be the only Black person wherever I go. And I think that's for two reasons. One, I think because I can handle it, and I think that the the purpose was placed on me for a reason. But I also think it's my job, and I do think it's my job, and I take pride in it to kind of chip away at that glass ceiling. You know, the thing about shows like Jersey Boys, it's been running forever. People love it just as it is, and it's a classic. It's a Tony Award winner, and it deserves respect for what it is. But the sad thing about shows that have been running for a long time is that it's hard to get in there and switch things up. You know what I mean? It's hard to get in there and kind of um, represent people who are not represented in the show. And so just the small, you know, feat of someone of color playing Bob Crew was finally broken, you know, and I don't think the glass ceiling is necessarily shattered, but I definitely feel like I'm chipping away at it. And that's really, really important because I was that, you know, weird Black boy who was going to see Broadway shows that I probably had no business going to see. It's like you're not represented on stage. What are you doing seeing Jersey Boys? But I was that weird theater kid who was going to see everything. So if there's one, you know, person of color who's in the audience, I want to be there so that they can see themselves, you know? So it's important for us to have our own stories and write our own things, But, you know, we can get into Jersey Boys and some of these shows that are traditionally white and everything and kind of shake things up. There's nothing wrong with it. You know, the people will be all right. They'll be all right.
Absolutely, absolutely. And just your talk about chipping away at feeling, I can definitely tell that from your social media presence. I did a little bit going through your TikTok, and it's inspirational. Well, if you
Oh, thank you.
go to King's TikTok and Instagram, tell me a little bit more about why. I think you kind of touched on it a little bit, but why your social platforms to inspire others versus taking it for another direction.
Um, because it's just really not, it's not easy. Like, and I say this on my TikTok all the time, and I feel the need to say it because I have to remind people. You go on Instagram or you go on TikTok and you see so many people booking shows, or not even just being theater actors. You see so many people winning, or we think that they're winning because it's social media. But I moved to LA 2 years after I graduated college, and I was in LA for 6 years auditioning, specifically for Broadway shows and Broadway national tours. And I would fly in and out of New York whenever I could, and I would audition for things in LA whenever I could. And it took me 6 years to get in this tour. And I am one of 3 people who are brand new to this tour. Everyone else is returning. Everyone else has done the tour before or done Jersey Boys in different iterations of it. And I'm in the tour and it's new to me. And so I always want to try to inspire people to just keep going because, like I said, I think I said in a TikTok not too long ago, the job that you get or the gift that you get or the blessing that you get may not look how you think it's supposed to look. I didn't think I would book Jersey Boys. I didn't think that this would be the first show that I would be in, but I'm here and I'm taking up space and I'm enjoying it. I love being on tour. And so I just feel the need to remind people of that. Like your gift is coming. Like your gift is going to make room for you. It just may not look like how you think it's supposed to look. So just keep your eyes open, you know? And so I think that's important for artists to know because, you know, it's hard out there, especially after this pandemic.
Absolutely, absolutely. Was there something specific about Jersey Boys that you say yes to the show?
Yes. Well, I love the show, first of all. I genuinely love the show. I actually got to do it in a regional theater a few years ago in Phoenix at the Phoenix Theater Company. And I played Barry there. I played the same role that I'm playing now. And once again, even though it's small, and even though it's too small, I love representing my people in a story that is not necessarily about us because it was Black people and R&B music, rock and roll music that inspired people like Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons. It's literally even in the script how, you know, Frankie Valli and Bob Gaudio listened to Jackie Wilson. And, you know, I just love being, even though it's a little bit, I love being that representation in the show. But also, the show is just written so well. It's written so well. The music is so amazing. It's funny. And it really is a show that, like, anyone can like, no matter, like, their background or anything. My whole family came last week when we were in Bloomington and had no idea about the story, and they loved it. They absolutely loved it. So I inspire everyone should come see Jersey Boys, truly. Everyone should come see it while they can.
Absolutely, absolutely. We are near our time, but for one last question to ask,
Hmm?
what advice would you give the younger King?
What would I give to younger King?
Advice, yeah.
Oh, God. Uh, I would tell younger King. I would tell younger King to focus more on things other than theater.
Mm.
And I say that because I've been doing this all my life and I started so young. And all I did in high school was theater. All I did was drama. All I did was show choir. That's all I did in college. And I remember my senior year of college, I decided for whatever reason, I said, you know what? I'm only going to do one play this year because we would do like 6 different productions a year. And I said, nope, I'm just going to do one. And I discovered so many things about my college campus that I had no idea were going on. And I had wished that I had taken more time to be more well-rounded. And so that's one thing that I would tell myself and tell other young theater kids. Like, don't think that, you know, it's this cliche that the show must go on and everything like that. The show will go on, but it doesn't mean you got to be in every show. Like, you can go and have fun, and you can go experience life, and you will still get to where you want. Like, you'll still get the opportunity, you'll still get the job. It's okay to take time for family and for self-care and to become a well-rounded person, because that's actually going to make you a better actor. So that's one thing that I would tell myself.
Oh, that is such a great piece of, no, it's really all about balance.
It is. Yeah, it truly is.
Oh, fantastic. King, thank you so much.
Thank you. This was so cool.
Time and talent with us. Y'all go see Jersey Boys. It is at the Cadillac House Theater until this Sunday only. This Sunday only. So you only go see King, go see the rest of the talented company of Jersey Boys. You won't want to miss it. It's happening in your city. You'll be having a good time. Get your tickets at BroadwayInChicago.com. King, thank you so much again.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
What's your week?
Thank you. Bye-bye.